A little, a little more, a little more from Davante Adams and Aaron Rodgers on a point that I made from the moment it became clear that the Jets were locked in on Davante Adams. You got Garrett Wilson. You got Alan Lazard, BFF number 2. You got Mike Williams. And now you're bringing in Davante Adams, BFF number 1. How is this going to go with targets and competition with the other receivers? Here's both Adams and Rodgers on that point.
If it's not me making plays on the field, it's being able to talk to Garrett, talk to some of the other guys about what he's thinking, what he's expecting, because that's one of the main things that Aaron and I have is our connection and the nonverbals, reading body language, and just kind of understanding how his mind works. And a lot of those small things like that are key to having success.
Like I said, he's got a high football IQ, and now I think it's going to help G. G's faced a lot of double teams over the course of the first 6 weeks. Now you have to kind of pick your poison.
It's not about me going out there and having a 100-yard game every single time. I have a lot of confidence I'll be able to have success in this offense, regardless of the situation, because I'm going to put the work in and I'm going to, the ball's going to get spread around. We got a quarterback that likes to sling it. So at the end of the day, I think Diggs said it a couple weeks ago, it's a lot of meat on the bone. So we're not going to be sitting here fighting over that. I'm trying to make Garrett better. I'm trying to make Laz better, and, they're trying to do the same for me.
Yeah, but it's about winning, Those guys are going to get theirs. The most important thing is winning, though. I throw it to the open guy. Guys, obviously they had nice nights the other night. Bringing Davante in, obviously, he's if he's healthy and out there, he's going to get opportunities. But the way the defense plays dictates where the ball goes.
Yeah, I don't believe that. He throws it to the players he trusts, and he's more likely to trust the players he knows and likes. We see that. Mike Williams had been frozen out. He didn't trust Mike Williams. Alan Lazard, who was MIA last year while Rodgers was injured, a healthy scratch for the Black Friday game against the Dolphins, he's been reborn. He's been drinking the elixir from the fountain of youth because Aaron Rodgers throws it to him. It's not just the open guy. That's where this is going to get a little bit screwy for the Jets because there will be plays where Garrett Wilson believes he was open, but the ball went elsewhere. It went to BFF number 1 or it went to BFF number 2. And that's going to be something to monitor, how they handle this. Now, it's easy if you win. I've said this about other receivers in the past. If you're losing and you're not getting the ball as much as you would like, it's very simple for the receiver to make the argument, if I got the ball more, we'd be winning. And there's no way to disprove that. The only time you keep that situation under control is if you're winning. If you're winning and the receiver isn't getting the ball as much as he would like, if he says anything, he looks selfish, it's bad form. But the moment you're losing, hey, if you just throw it to me more, we'd be winning. Now, Mike Williams, he's the odd man out. It's obvious. When he dropped a pass the other night, when he ran the wrong route and got called out by Aaron Rodgers, something Rodgers knows he shouldn't have done. More importantly, his teammates know he shouldn't have done. And then he goes on McAfee's show and he tries to justify calling Mike Williams out. Shameful. Shameful behavior by a quarterback. Remember when, after the playoff loss to the Steelers some 19 years ago, Peyton Manning said, I'm trying to be a good teammate here, but let's just say we had some problems in protection, and he got killed for that. Thou shalt not call out your teammates publicly, and that's what Rodgers did. And don't give me that baloney, well, I was just answering a question, as if he ever answers direct questions, candidly and truthfully, without running them through the filter of how are they trying to set me up here to say something I shouldn't say. So Mike Williams, odd man out, did not practice on Wednesday for personal reasons. He's done. He's out. I guess I respect the Jets for not, I mean, if they had any sense of flair, they would have called it a hamstring. But the bottom line, we reported in the aftermath of the Davante Adams trade, not that this is Pulitzer level or required any sort of special journalistic skills. Mike Williams is being shopped by the Jets. Yeah, they're keeping him out of practice to keep him healthy. He gets injured, he's got no value. I don't know who they trade him to. I don't know where he goes, but he's not going to see the field in New York because he's at best the fourth receiver. at best. And when you fall that far down the depth chart, at some point you got to play special teams. That's not going to happen with Mike Williams. So it's just a matter of time before he gets traded. The question is, where does he get traded to? At a time where they're considering the possibility of retrading Hassan Reddick. And an interesting wrinkle that emerged on Tuesday, Josina Anderson reported this. I caught wind of it from a GM of an NFC team who wasn't sure it was accurate. I actually put on, the hat with the little card that says press. I put that on for a little bit yesterday. I didn't want to mess up my toupee, so I didn't wear it for very long. But I did confirm that if the Jets trade Hassan Reddick to an NFC team, the draft pick that they owe the Eagles goes from a third rounder in 2026 to a second rounder in 2026. So as they're spinning a couple of plates here, where do we send Mike Williams? Where do we send Hassan Reddick? I don't think Reddick's getting traded. I think this is just an effort to let Reddick see what's not out there so he can accept whatever the Jets will put on the table by way of an enhanced offer, because I think they will. This is all part of the Woody Johnson justifying the firing of Robert Saleh strategy. If we got to pay Hassan Reddick a little more than we wanted to get him in here, let's do it. So I doubt he'll be traded. I believe that Mike Williams will be traded. The question is where and when. And if no one wants to take on the balance of his $10 million salary, maybe they just have to release him. Although if you release him, he can exercise his right to termination pay, keep the balance of what he's owed from the Jets, and double dip with whatever he gets from someone else. That's one of the wrinkles of the termination pay provision of the collective bargaining agreement. Hi, it's Mike Florio. Thanks for watching PFT on YouTube. Hit subscribe for the latest news and analysis from Pro Football Talk.